In the peaceful village of Eldora is a large, ancient tree known as the Heartwood Tree, said to hold the power of love and harmony for the entire village. There lived a cheerful young mage named Caleb. He was known for his playful pranks, often sending magic sparks into the air to make people laugh. However, despite his carefree nature, Caleb had one problem: he couldn't get his best friend, Leila, to notice him in a special way. Leila, a kind-hearted healer, spent her days helping the villagers, using her magic to cure wounds and ailments. She was loved by everyone, but Caleb always felt a little out of place whenever they were together. While he had been friends with Leila since they were children, he secretly wished their bond could be something more. One sunny afternoon, Caleb decided he would do something special to get Leila's attention. He visited the Heartwood Tree, where it was said the tree could grant a wish if asked with a pure heart. Caleb approached the tree with a mischievous grin, thinking it might be the perfect way to win Leila's affection. "I wish for Leila to fall in love with me," Caleb said, his voice filled with confidence. He waved his hand dramatically, and the tree's leaves rustled in the breeze as a soft glow surrounded him. Caleb felt a surge of magic coursing through his body, and for a moment, he thought his wish had been granted. After Caleb made his wish at the Heartwood Tree, things took an unexpected turn. Leila, who was always calm and collected, began to act strangely every time she was near Caleb. At first, Caleb noticed her eyes shimmering as if lost in thought, but then, with no warning, she spoke in poetic riddles, as though someone else's voice was coming through her. The first time it happened, Caleb was walking with Leila through the village when she suddenly stopped, tilting her head to the side. With a dreamy expression, she spoke in a soft, melodic voice. "When the moon kisses the rose, will the heart of the forest find its home?" Caleb blinked, puzzled. Leila? What are you talking about?" But Leila simply smiled, as though the words made perfect sense, and continued walking as if nothing happened. Caleb was left standing there, scratching his head. The next day, Leila went to help a villager, and Caleb joined her, eager to see if her behavior would continue. As soon as he got close, Leila looked up at him with wide eyes and spoke in an almost theatrical tone. "The wind whispers to the heart, and so does the heart to the one who listens. Will you hear it, Caleb?" Caleb laughed awkwardly, trying to play along. Yeah, I'm all ears, Leila." But Leila didn't stop. Over the next few days, it became a regular occurrence. Every time she is near Caleb, she quotes lines from long-forgotten love stories, recites cryptic poetry, or gives advice that sounds like it's from another world entirely. Some of her lines are deeply romantic, and some are just strange, like, "Love is a fire, burning in the coldest of hearts, but can it warm the soul of one who fears its touch?" Caleb, initially baffled, begins to realize that Leila is unaware of what she's saying. It's as if her mind has been transported to a different plane of thought every time she's near him. She continues to speak in these riddles without realizing how odd it sounds to others. This behavior creates awkward and hilarious situations. During a village gathering, for example, Leila suddenly stands up in the middle of a conversation and dramatically says, "If the heart's desires are like the tides, shall we ride them, or let them crash against the shore?" The villagers stare at her in silence, unsure of how to respond, while Caleb facepalms, muttering, "This is going to be harder than I thought." Despite the confusion, Caleb also begins to appreciate Leila's words. Although they're puzzling, there's a hidden depth to them that speaks of love, longing, and connection. Eventually, Caleb realizes that these poetic riddles are a strange form of communication, a way for Leila's feelings to surface, even if she can't express them clearly. One evening, as they sit by a campfire, Leila gazes at the stars and, almost absent-mindedly, murmurs, "When the heart speaks without words, does the listener hear the silence between the lines?" Caleb, now beginning to understand, smiles and replies softly, "I hear you, Leila. More than you know." This marks the beginning of Caleb and Leila's deeper connection. Although her poetic riddles still leave Caleb scratching his head at times, he starts to see them as a reflection of her true feelings, feelings she might not yet be ready to admit, but which had been brought out by the magic of the Heartwood Tree. Desperate to fix things, Caleb returned to the Heartwood Tree. "I didn't want this kind of magic," he said, scratching his head. "I just wanted Leila to like me more, not begin speaking riddles of love." The Heartwood Tree responded, its leaves shimmering once again. "True love cannot be forced," it whispered. "It grows naturally, from the heart, not from a spell." Caleb's eyes widened. He understood now. The magic he had asked for wasn't the right kind. Love was not something that could be won with tricks or spells, it had to be built with trust, kindness, and honesty. With newfound determination, Caleb approached Leila the next day, but this time, he didn't use any magic. He simply smiled and said, "Leila, I like you, just the way you are. I don't need magic to know that you're already perfect." Leila giggled a little and looked at Caleb with warmth in her eyes. "Caleb, you've always been my best friend? And I think I might like you more than I thought." In that moment, Caleb realized that sometimes the best way to show someone you care isn't through grand gestures, but through genuine words and actions. The Heartwood Tree had taught him that love doesn't need magic, it just needs honesty. And from then on, Caleb and Leila's friendship blossomed into something more, filled with laughter, love, and a deep understanding that they were always there for each other. Moral: love cannot be forced or won through magic, it grows from honesty, trust, and kindness. True affection comes when we are ourselves and show genuine care for others. If you find this story interesting and engaging, please like, comment, and subscribe for more. Thank you.